this is Danny from Lego Buff Productions, here with my most recent mock, and this is Lego Star Wars The Battle of Alaris Prime. So the Separatists have decided to launch an invasion on this massive clone base on Alaris Prime, and the 212 are defending it. So without further ado, let's jump on right in with the base. So I'll start off with the front portion of the base, and as you can see there are two parts, each is 3 stories, and they're both identical. However, there are some small differences between the two. So as you can see over here, some clones are running up from downstairs, and you'll see that in a little bit what's down there. There is a sliding door right there that you just slide out nice and easy, and then it can go back in there. Clones are running out from there. And then these clones are just on the balcony right here, shooting out onto the oncoming droid army. There's also a turret right here that you can rotate. And then inside here is just kind of a hangout area for the clones, since the only reason you'd really need to come up here is to go onto the balcony to fire at the droids. So the commanders don't really come up here, and the clones just kind of relax up here when there's not a battle. So you can see they have some drinks and a board game right there that they can play when they're not in battle. And then the other side is pretty much the exact same. Again, you have this nice sliding door right here. And then on the inside, it's pretty much the same. They have a different game over here. And now we'll go ahead and check out the floor below it. So to take off the top floor, it's very easy. You can just simply pull it up. The clones will probably fall over. But it simply just lifts up like that. And that is how you can access the second floor. And now I'll go ahead and do the same for the other side. Again, it's just simply lifting up. And now we can access the second floor of each side. So this is a small command room, and as you can see they have some displays here in the front which they can access information on. And there's also a small hologram table right there. Then there's some stairs connecting to the second part, which I'll show in a bit. And there's also stairs to go up to the third floor, and then there's just some cool wall design right there. If we come around on the outside, it is cut out right there so you can see in. And then on this side you can see the really cool front detailing right there. Really awesome. And then we'll come around to the other side. And you can see there's a lot more clones on this side. They must have some important information to discuss. It's pretty much the same layout. Again, that little stairway right there and that larger staircase to the third floor. And again, it's the same design on the front there. Very nice. And there's also some cool side design on them. Right there you can see some statues built into it. And then it's also the same for that side. And then coming around, you can see the bridges that connect both parts of the MOC right here. This is just one of the bridges. And that's what that staircase leads to, so they kind of step down into this room. There's also some really cool window techniques right there. And some more wall detailing over there. We'll go ahead and move back to the other side. Again, it's the same design with this staircase going up to the bridge, which connects to the other side. Over here we have 3 clones walking across. And then below them is this massive river. And each side is built onto just kind of a small little rocky hill or miniature cliff, I guess you could say. And then there's also some cool detailing right here, and it kind of slopes in as the rocky part goes up. And then of course again you have those 2 bridges. However, there's no bridge connecting these two, they are separate, so you can see that. And now we'll go ahead and check out the back portion before we go to the bottom floor of this. So this is the bottom of the back portion of the MOC, and here you can see it's kind of like a movie theater down here. So you have a bunch of chairs for clones to sit. Over there I have a bunch of sig figs. Seeing there we got Bricks for Chris, AFOL Man, Scout 4154, and Life Bricks. And this is pretty much the battle staging room. So there you can see kind of a clone in charge. Sometimes a Jedi will stand up there on that balcony. And below, you can see there's a projector right there that will be projecting the battle plans and the means of attack that they'll use, the strategies, all that sort of thing onto this screen so the clones can view it. And while they're watching, the commander clone or the Jedi General can explain the attack, so the clones pretty much know what they're going to do when they get out on the battlefield. So like I said, this is the battle staging area. There's the projector. You have these columns holding up the second floor. There's another one over there. And then you also have these columns right here holding up the balcony. And there's a staircase on each side with a guardrail going up, and there's nothing really back there. We'll go ahead and check out the other side just to see. It's pretty much, again, the same thing. You have this staircase, not stairway, but ramp going up right there. And then there's some column designs, but we'll check out that floor after we check out this second floor. So this is the top of the back portion of the base, and this is the medical bay. So there you can see a medical droid tending to an injured clone. And then you have a medical chart right there. You also have some computers and that sort of thing that the droid can pull up the clone's information on. And over here you have 2 chairs for clones in rehab or in healing to just relax, with a lamp right there. Over here we have another clone that was injured recently. This droid is just checking his vitals and making sure he's okay for surgery. As we come out, this is kind of the rehab area where clones can learn to walk again, move their arms, and then they have some nice plants and stuff so the clones can relax while they're here and not have to worry about the battle that's going on outside. There you can see a clone that's just kind of walking over to these cool guardrails. And the guardrails are on each side. These are a bit longer than the other side's guardrails. You can see over here, these are the shorter ones. And they go all the way down. We'll come again around to this side. And it's pretty much the same layout. You have the 2 small rooms. This one with 1 bed, there's a clone's helmet, and this one also has a clone's helmet. And both clones are just in rehab. And they're just sitting in these chairs right here, just kind of enjoying the view there. Then again, there's another lamp, and you have these cool curved windows also. They give them a nice scenic view through those. And then on the outside, you also have some cool detailing. There you can see what that looks like. It's the exact same on this side. And now we'll check out what's right there. So to fully access the floor below, there's just 2 simple things you have to do. First off, you have to take off these 2 side pieces right here. Those are used for detailing. Then you can just set those down somewhere. And then you have to come around, and there's just a few points on the corners that the second floor is attached to. Take those points and detach them, and then you can just lift up on the floor. Make sure you grab both sides, and now I have the whole floor. I can take that off, and we can go into some closer detail of the floor below. Now we get a little bit better view of the battle staging area. Again, here you can see this is a closer view of the balcony. You have this railing, this chain link railing that continues all the way. There's the clone in charge, and then you have these 2 small columns that are supporting the roof, or the second floor, the medic bay above it. You have both those, and then the ramps that come down, and then the little theater area. And then on the other side, if you go in through this opening right here, this is the main command center right here. You have Obi-Wan, who's in charge of this whole mission right here. There's a bunch of airborne clones right there, and they're looking at the battle pretty much. So this is a holographic representation of the battle. There you can see the giant base and then the clone forces fighting with the droids. So that is the main battle area, and that is the reason that there are 2 bridges to connect the base. So if the droids were to advance and somehow break into these 2 buildings right there, First of all, they're not attached, so if the droids break into one, they won't have the information that's in the other, and those clones will be able to escape. And second, if they were to infiltrate both of them, they can just blow up these bridges right here, and then they won't be able to access the main command center, the battle staging area, which contains all of their battle plans, and the medic base, so they won't be able to take the injured clones. So that's kind of a small but effective security measure for the base. And there you can see that's what kind of the whole outline of it looks like. And that's, again, without the 2 4s there. The 2 4s there, and then this giant medical bay. And so now we'll go ahead and check out the battlefield and the floor below that one. So Alaris Prime is known to be a very grassy planet, and as you can see, this is the one part where it's a large grassy plain, and then you have the river and then the small rocky areas. But here you can see it's a very large droid force that's invading right here. And here on this side, this is kind of the main attack. You have 3 stabs, a bunch of super battle droids, regular battle droids, and there you have the battle droid commander. And then you have an MTT reinforcing them with some more droids. And this is actually what shot down the gunship. So there you can see the crashed gunship, and right here on the side, there's a missile launch area, and they launched a missile, and that's what shot down the gunship, which crashed right there. And then over here on the other side, you have a tactical droid kind of leading with the attack right there on that speeder, supervising everything. And then you have another droid force right here, 3 more stabs, attacking this side of the base. And now let's take a closer look at this crashed gunship. There was a lot of damage here. You can see clones on both sides trying to get out. A lot have already died, unfortunately. There's a ton of flames too. The first pilot died on impact. You can see him right there, but this one is trying to get out, but there are a bunch of flames in his cockpit, so hopefully he can make it out of there. And then here's some more clones that were injured or perished when the gunship crashed. And then there's a bunch more damage in the back there. And then here on the clone side, we have Commander Cody leading the attack there, and then just a huge amount of 212 troopers following him. So you have some running through the river there, and then you just have a whole army behind him, even a clone on a speeder coming out from the bottom floor, and that's actually what this floor is, a speeder bay. So we'll check that out in just a little bit. You can see all these clones running out to face the droids. You even have one with a chain gun there. And then we have a droid, or a clone that died right there. And then on this side, the clone with the chain gun is leading. And then you have a bunch of clones back there. And those doors are just about ready to close because they don't want any droids coming into there. So now that we checked out the battlefield, let's go into the speeder bay. So this is what the speeder bay looks like, and there you can see there's one speeder parked there, and then over here is the gas refueling station. So I'll give you a closer look on the other side, but I just wanted to show you this really cool feature. These pumps do come off. There's a little handle there for a clone to grab, and then they can go ahead and pump the gas into the speeder right there. There you can see what it looks like on the other side. You have these 2 control panels. You can select what kind of gas and how much you want to put into the speeder, and then the other speeder would go right there. However, it is in battle right there. So this is what it looks like looking through the glass on the other side. And there you can see the speeder and then the gas pumping station, and both speeders are inside that one. And then the door is just about closing there. And that pretty much wraps it up for this. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see some cool detailed pictures, you can check out my Instagram or Flickr for those. And thank you for all of those viewers on YouTube and the attendees at Brickworld Chicago and Brickford, Virginia for showing your awesome support on the building of this MOC. I cannot wait to get started on my next one, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome LEGO videos, and have a great day.